want to talk about Arnold biography. Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger is an Austrian and American actor, businessman, filmmaker, former politician, and former professional bodybuilder known for his roles in high-profile action movies. He served as the 38th governor of California from 2003 to 2011 and was among Time's 100 most influential people in the world in 2004 and 2007. Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born in Thal on July 30, 1947, the second son of Gustav Schwarzenegger and his wife Aurelia. Gustav was the local chief of police, and after the Anschluss in 1938, joined the Nazi Party and, in 1939, the Sturmabteilung. In World War II, Gustav served as a military policeman in the invasions of Poland, France, and the Soviet Union, including the siege of Leningrad, rising to the title of Hauptfeldwebel. He was wounded in the Battle of Stalingrad and was discharged in 1943 following a bout of malaria. According to Holocaust scholar Michael Birnbaum, Gustav Schwarzenegger served in theaters of the war where atrocities were committed. But there is no way to know from the documents whether he played a role. Gustav's background received wide press attention during the 2003 California gubernatorial recall election in which Schwarzenegger was elected. Gustav married Aurelia on October 20, 1945. He was 38 and she was 23. According to Schwarzenegger, his parents were very strict. Back then in Austria it was a very different world if we did something bad or we disobeyed our parents. The rod was not spared. He grew up in a Catholic family. Gustav preferred his elder son, Meinhard, over Arnold. His favoritism was strong and blatant, which stemmed from unfounded suspicion that Arnold was not his biological child. Schwarzenegger says that his earliest childhood memory is of climbing into his parents' bed during a bath, thunder and lightning storm, and cuddling between his mother and father. He has said, however, that his father had no patience for listening or understanding your problems. He had a good relationship with his mother, with whom he kept in touch until her death. In an interview with Fortune in 2004, Schwarzenegger told how he suffered what would now be called child abuse at the hands of his father. My hair was pulled. I was hit with belts. So was the kid next door. It was just the way it was. Many of the children I've seen were broken by their parents, which was the German-Austrian mentality. They didn't want to create an individual. It was all about conforming. I was one who did not conform, and whose will could not be broken. Therefore, I became a rebel. Every time I got hit, and every time someone said, "You can't do this," I said, "This is not going to be for much longer because I'm going to move out of here. I want to be rich. I want to be somebody." At school, Schwarzenegger was reportedly academically average but stood out for his cheerful, good-humored, and exuberant character. He struggled with reading and was later diagnosed as being dyslexic. Money was a problem in their household. Schwarzenegger recalled that one of the highlights of his youth was when the family bought a refrigerator. His father Gustav was an athlete and wished for his sons to become champions in Bavarian curling. Influenced by his father, Schwarzenegger played several sports as a boy. Schwarzenegger began weight training in 1960 when his football coach took his team to a local gym. At age 14, he chose bodybuilding over football as a career. He later said, "I actually started weight training when I was 15, but I've been participating in sports, like soccer, for years, so I felt that although I was slim, I was well developed. At least enough so that I could start going to the gym and start Olympic lifting." However, his official website Biography claims that, at 14, he started an intensive training program with Dan Farmer, studied psychology at 15 and at 17, officially started his competitive career. During a speech in 2001, he said, "My own plan formed when I was 14 years old. My father had wanted me to be a police officer like he was. My mother wanted me to go to trade school." Schwarzenegger began lifting weights at age 15 and won the Mr. Universe title aged 20 and subsequently the Mr. Olympia title 7 times. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and has written many books and articles about it. Considered the second most important bodybuilding event after Mr. Olympia, is named after him. He appeared in the bodybuilding documentary Pumping Iron. After retiring from bodybuilding, he gained worldwide fame as a Hollywood action star, with his breakthrough in the sword and sorcery epic Conan the Barbarian, a box office hit with a sequel in 1984. After playing the title character in the science fiction film The Terminator, he starred in Terminator 2. Judgment Day and 3 other sequels. His other successful action films included Commando, The Running Man, Predator, Total Recall, and True Lies, in addition to comedy films such as Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and Jingle All the Way. He is the founder of the film production company Oak Productions. As a registered Republican, Schwarzenegger chaired the President's Council on Physical Fitness in Sports during most of the George H.W. Bush administration. On October 7, 2003, he was elected governor of California in a special recall election to replace then-Governor Gray Davis. He received 48.6% of the vote, 17 points ahead of Democrat runner-up Cruz Bustamante. He was sworn in on November 17th to serve the remainder of Davis's term, and was re-elected in the 2006 California gubernatorial election with an increased vote share of 55.9% to serve a full term. In 2011, he reached his term limit as governor and returned to acting. Schwarzenegger was nicknamed the Austrian Oak in his bodybuilding days, Arnie, or Schwartzy, during his acting career, and the Governator during his political career. He married Maria Shriver, a niece of President John F. Kennedy, in 1986. They separated in 2011 after he admitted to having fathered a child with their housemaid. Their divorce was finalized in 2021.